Hi everyone and welcome to the Freelance Mama. We are live today on a lovely sunny autumn day here for us in Auckland. It's a little bit chilly, but it is otherwise a beautiful day. So today I just wanted to say a big welcome along, especially if you're new. Thanks for joining us. We're live both on Facebook and on Instagram. So if you're wondering, I'm looking around. Hi Catherine, nice to see you live. If you're wondering why I'm looking around, it's because I have two screens on the go at the moment. Oh, that's good. It's a beautiful day, isn't it? It's nice and it's quite chilly, but it's nice and sunny. So if you get in the sun, it's quite warm. So today's video, I wanted to talk you through some more comparisons about just comparing freelancing to some other options. Catherine might have something to say about one of the ones for today because I've got three different things I wanted to talk you through about some comparisons with freelancing. The first one is I'm going to talk about YouTube and how YouTube's another way you can make money online, and it's another thing that I looked into doing as well. So I consider that as another work from home option. So I'll talk you through that. Property investing is another one that I wanted to talk to you about because property investing, again, that's something that my husband and I do and have had quite a lot of success doing that. But I'll talk to you about that as a comparison to freelancing too. And then the last one I wanted to talk about is about doing things like multi-level marketing or network marketing, which is another common work from home option. So all three of these things, like the ones I talked about on Monday, they're all great ways to earn money from home. And I'm talking about them as a comparison to freelancing because obviously I found freelancing is the best option for me, and I think freelancing is a great option for a lot of other women as well. I'm not saying that these other models don't work. They can work, but I'm the freelance mama, so I'm a little bit biased towards the freelancing side of things. So first one we're going to talk about, YouTube. So as some of you will know, there's a whole load of fantastic content on YouTube. What you may or may not know is that you can monetize your YouTube account. So there are heaps of people out there who are making really amazing money off YouTube. And so one of the ways you can do that is you create lots of content, you get lots of views, and then the more views that you get, you can get paid for. So yeah, you're right, Catherine. They all work if you do. You're right. So one of the things I looked at was starting a YouTube channel. I did actually start a YouTube channel, and I do have a YouTube channel for the Freelance Mama, which is where some of these videos are going to. And I've done a bit of research, and I've watched some videos and done some courses around YouTube as a way of earning an income from home. And I did some research, found some statistics, and there's loads of people making millions of dollars working on YouTube just through the YouTube. They have a scheme where they pay you for however many watches you have. So to make money off YouTube, though, you had to have, and this is the last time I checked, you had to have at least 1,000 subscribers and then 4,000 hours of watching every year before you would actually start making some money. So YouTube it can be a great way to make money. You have to create a lot of content. So as I discovered, like I've got a video that I created for a friend actually, which has had a lot of watches. I was quite surprised about how to create a ebook. So I put that up there. That's well and truly my most watched video. I can't remember last time I checked. I think it had something like 2,000 hours of minutes, sorry, of watching last month. It was for that one video. But if I created a whole load of videos like that, I could get my hours up. But I would also have to have loads of subscribers. So in most cases, unless you have some sort of massively viral video go out there, it takes time. So you can make money on YouTube, but to have that minimum subscriber threshold and those minimum watch hours per year, you have to put in a lot of work, and it does take time. And until you get those 1,000 subscribers, you're actually not going to be making any money from YouTube at all. So that's, again, like some of the options I talked to you about on Monday, a way to make money, a lot of time commitment, and it can take a long time before you're actually able to make money. Not that it can't be done, because I know some of the big and popular channels, some of you with kids who like watching YouTube might find that they might have seen the Ryan's Toy Reviews page. They're one of the top earners. One of the other ones, I can't remember the name of the page, but they were the top earner a couple of years ago, and her videos are all opening surprise eggs. So I was amazed, and my kids quite liked watching this these clips of this lady opening surprise eggs with toys inside. And she was one of the top earners a couple of years ago on YouTube as well. So it can be done, but it is something that takes a long time. Whereas, as I mentioned with some of the other options on Monday's video, freelancing, once you've got a client, gets you earning hours for dollars money almost immediately. And if you can find a client pretty quickly, you can that has a that you have a regular income stream from. Like what happened for me is that you can earn quite a substantial amount of money quite quickly. So and again with YouTube, it's only small amounts, so it takes quite a long time, quite a lot of video watches for you to be able to get a significant amount of money from YouTube. So that's probably about all I'm going to say about YouTube. Now the other one that I wanted to talk about, and it's something I'm actually really passionate about, is property investing. So property investing is a really great way to make money, and it is a really great way to create a passive income, which is what a lot of us want. Now property is still a big part of our strategy for creating passive income. It's a big part of our lives. We are active property investors. We have several rental properties, and those properties are all earning income, and over time they will create a great passive income for us. So I absolutely love property investing as a strategy, but generally property investing is a reasonably long-term strategy. One thing you can do, which is something that we're getting into now, is property trading, which is to buy, renovate, and sell properties. And you'll have seen a lot of that sort of thing done on TV. Again, a great way of making money. But there are some buts with property investing. Generally, property investing is really one of those industries where you have to have money to make money. So you have to be able to either borrow money, or you have to have cash, or you have to have an overdraft in place to be able to do property trading. Yeah, well, Catherine's commented downside is tenants, and it can be, but I mean we've been quite fortunate with our property investment, is that we've got a really we've been lucky with our property management, in that we've had quite a good run with tenants. We've had some bad ones, we've had some properties damaged, but yeah, those are definitely downsides to property investment. You have to be able to handle the stress levels for property investing, but it is a really great way of making a lot of money, especially if you're holding for the long term. We've held on to quite a few of our properties for quite a few years now, and we've made quite a bit of money through capital growth, and slowly those properties are going to pay themselves off, and we will have a passive income from those properties. But if we're not active about paying them down, it is going to take years and years before those properties create an income stream. And then if we get into property trading to pay them down, there's quite a reasonably high level of risk compared to some of the other options for working from home, which are low entry cost and can generate money a lot faster. So while I still think property investing is a really fantastic way to make money, and Catherine, yes, you're right, you do need to have a reasonably large amount of capital to get into property investing. We were only able to get into property investing because we'd owned our own home for quite a while before we started property investing. So that gave us the equity in our home to be able to use to invest in property. But oh my gosh, that's like a whole other thing. You could go on about for days. But yes, so comparing that to freelancing, obviously, once again, freelancing, you don't really have to have a lot of input to start earning. You've got the skills, you've got the knowledge, you usually have the resources like a laptop and a phone and internet connection to be able to get started. And again, you can start earning hours for dollars really quickly. And compared to property investing or property trading, it's a much lower risk strategy for someone who is looking to earn an income from home. So that is property investing. I'm always happy to answer questions, so feel free to drop questions. I do have another separate page on Instagram called Financial Freedom by 40, which I've started recently to just share some information about our property journey. So feel free to follow that on Instagram if you want to know a bit more about what we're doing with property. And then finally, the option of MLM or network marketing types of things. There's so many of them around. I mean, I think most of you will be pretty familiar with those. And I know that a lot of people are able to earn a really great income doing those things. Um, I know that I've got lots of friends and family who are involved in different network marketing businesses. So they definitely can't be discounted as an option for working from home. Some people really love working for them. I know this isn't something that I've done personally. It was something that I did look at doing when I was looking for a way to earn from home. I looked at a lot of different options. I guess I felt like when I started getting into it, I'm not a salesy kind of a person. So I didn't want to be, I don't know, I felt like I didn't really want to be selling products to friends and family all the time. And I know that a lot of people do. And yeah, it just wasn't the right fit for me. Like I did look at lots of options, but I had at that time had quite a few people who were in my existing network who were quite pushy about buying products from them, and it kind of put me off going down that track myself. And I didn't kind of feel like I wanted to have that pressure of having to go and keep pushing my products on people. I mean, maybe that's not the way it is, but that's just the way that I felt about it. And I know from being quite a few groups online, business groups for women and mums, that there are quite a lot of people in there who are saying that they're looking for opportunities that aren't network marketing. I will say as well that I know I had a friend who was involved in one of these, or a couple of friends who have been involved in several different network marketing opportunities that just stopped virtually overnight selling in New Zealand. So I won't say which companies, but they were selling products. They were making commissions on sales of products for these businesses, and then those businesses decided to pull out of New Zealand, and they pretty much lost their income overnight. So it's a risk. I mean, I know there's some big companies out there that probably aren't going to do that, but that's another thing as well, just a risk in terms of that. Now, of course, with freelancing, yes, you could lose your client, you could lose your income that way. But I just feel like when it's something you know well and you're well connected in your industry, there's always opportunities for you to replace that. Whereas if you're in a network marketing type product, you've got to, well, most of them require you to buy a kit up front to get started. So you've got to invest in that. And you've got to get to know the products. You've got to start up your, if previously you were selling essential oils and now you're going to be selling makeup or something, I don't know. You might have to build a new community around selling that. I mean, those are kind of similar products, but so there's lots and lots of different things to take into consideration. Freelancing, I feel a lot more like you're in control. It's what you know. It's what you do. And again, you aren't relying on somebody else apart from your clients, of course, to pay you, but you aren't like, so if you're in a network marketing and that business pulls out of your country, you're kind of screwed. Whereas if you lose a freelance client, you can go out and you can find another freelance client. So they're just some of the other comparisons around freelancing versus different business models. Now, like I said, I know that you can make all of these different models work. But from my personal point of view, having tried lots and lots of these different things, and out of all these things I've talked about, the only thing I haven't committed to actually starting myself is the network marketing or multi-level marketing model. That was one that I didn't want to go down. But all these other things I have tried at one point or another myself, and with varying levels of success. And most of the things, like I talked about on Monday, things like blogs, things like YouTube channels, things like product-based businesses, they all can enable you to create an income from home, but they all take quite a lot more time, in my experience anyway, than what it has done to be able to start a freelance business and start earning virtually straight away by selling your own skills, hours for dollars. So that is probably all I'm going to cover today. I will mention for my video next week, I've been having a conversation with a lady who is interested in getting into freelancing herself. Excuse me. And she asked me some questions around what it is that I do and how I got into that. And so I thought I would actually jump in, and at least probably on Monday, I don't know if I'll have enough content to keep talking on Friday about the same thing, but I wanted to talk to you a bit about precisely how I got started. because I don't know, there's a bit of confusion around that, or like it might seem like it's harder than it is. But honestly, for me, getting into freelancing was so much more simple than all of these other things. Required virtually no upfront, well, actually, it didn't require any upfront cost for me. Um, and I was able to start earning pretty much as soon as I landed that first client. So, yeah, I'm biased. I love it. So that is all I'm going to say today, but I will explain in more detail how I got into it from the outset, because I think it will show from someone who's been there, done that, doing it right now, that it is reasonably easy to get started as a freelancer. So I will talk to you about that on Monday. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody, and I will see you again soon. Bye.